sat in the corner of a busy train station. Invisible to the world, no one knew his name, no one cared. But what happened next would change everything. Every day he walked from coach to coach, holding out his hand, hoping for mercy. Most days he walked away with nothing. Then one day he met a tall man in a fine suit. Hoping for generosity, he reached out his hand once more. The tall man looked him in the eye and said, "If you can't give, you have no right to take." Those words hit him like thunder. That night he couldn't sleep. The words kept echoing in his mind. You have no right to take unless you give. But what could he possibly give? For 2 whole days he wandered the station, searching for an answer. What could a man with nothing possibly give? Then his eyes caught something. Wildflowers, small, colorful, and free. For the first time in days, he smiled. That day, when someone gave him a coin, he gave them a flower in return. It wasn't much, but it meant everything. People began to smile. Some were surprised, others touched. No one had ever received something so simple, so beautiful. In return, each morning he picked flowers before the trains arrived. Giving had become his mission. And people, they started giving more. Soon passengers started telling others, "He gives flowers when you give him something." The station was beginning to whisper his name. One day he ran out of flowers. People waited, expecting something, but his hands were empty and his eyes filled with guilt. That night he thought, what if I could grow my own flowers? That was the first time he dreamed of building something. The next day he wrapped a few flowers in newspaper and offered them to passengers. For the first time, someone paid without him asking. People stopped calling him a beggar. They started calling him the flower man, and he started believing it too. Each night he smiled a little more. He wasn't just surviving anymore. He was becoming someone. One morning as he stepped onto the platform, he saw him. The tall man in the suit, the one who changed everything. They met again. Only this time the tall man paid him, not for pity but for beauty. A real transaction. With tears in his eyes and joy in his voice, he shouted to the skies, "I'm not a beggar. I'm a businessman." And just like that, he vanished. The flower man never returned, but something had changed. Everyone remembered him. He didn't disappear. He transformed. He opened a tiny flower shop, calling it the Flower Merchant. People remembered the flower man. They came to his little shop and kept coming back. Kindness had become his brand. One day the city honored him, not for being rich, but for spreading dignity through petals. And then he returned, the tall man in the suit, but this time they stood as equals. He didn't just sell flowers. He passed on hope, one petal at a time. He didn't just build a business. He built people. He started teaching others how to grow something beautiful from nothing. One morning he saw his own face in the newspaper. His story had bloomed far beyond the station. His mother had searched for him for years, and now she found not a beggar, but a man who bloomed like the flowers he sold. He renamed the shop from nothing to blooming. His journey became a legacy for many who believed they had nothing. If this story touched your heart, subscribe now and share it. Let's bloom together, one soul at a time.